Hey guys, what's up? It's Elle and welcome to our planet. And before anything else, I've actually been busy the past few days doing a lot of Elle's Planet and P-POP related things. One of them is gonna be teased at the end of this video, so please be excited for that. I was also invited to First One's press conference for them signing with Warner Music Philippines.
Guys, look what I'm with. Elle's Planet! Mundo niya yun! Mundo niya yun! Mundo niya yun, pero nakikigulo kami sa mundo niya.
It was really an honor to be with you guys, and it was really awesome watching you guys perform live, getting to see you guys and talk to you in person. I've also met their sister group Dione.
Spread love and God bless. Spread love and God bless.
Palaging yun na
yeah.
lang. Hello, Ella. Ayan si Ella. Ako si Elle.
It was just such a great experience to actually meet and delve into this P-POP world firsthand. And I hope that you guys would have that experience soon too. Now knowing that our last video was about P-POP as well, one thing that really stood out was how many people actually thought of SB19 when the term P-POP was mentioned.
SB19.
Which brings us to today. People were casted through this video not knowing what the topic was, so I assure you guys that all of these questions were not rehearsed or planned. All we're gonna talk about today is SB19 and what Filipinos really think about it. What first comes to mind when you hear SB19?
That they are the current leaders of the Pinoy pop music industry and they are killing it.
They are the P-POP kings and they have this massive fan base around the globe that is collectively called as 18.
Siguro this generation's P-POP kings and yung song nila na Mapa.
One of their songs actually, Huwag mag-alala, ipikit ang iyong matata na pahinga muna, ako nang bahala.
K-pop and Philippines.
Para silang K-pop version that was made in the Philippines.
SB is like Starbucks for me. But I know it's a Pinoy pop group.
They're a Filipino boy group that is really good at dancing and singing.
Ang unang pumasok talaga sa isip ko nung narinig ko ang SB19 ay world-class Pinoy pop.
SB19 is a group that I've only recently been familiarized with. But from what I am aware of, the group members are of local and they are a Filipino pop group.
Sila ay isang P-POP group na binubuo ng 5 members. Sina Pablo, Josh, Stel, Ken, at Justin.
First thing that comes in my mind is Stel. Kasi I'm a fan of Stel. Ang galing niyang kumanta, sumayaw, at mag-express ng feelings.
They are a P-POP group who went viral because of their very synchronized go-out dance practice. Naging fan ako nung napanood ko yun.
Isa sa mga Pinoy pride na pinagmamalaki natin, gumagawa sila ng sariling pangalan nila sa music industry, not only here in the Philippines, but also the entire international scene talaga.
Billboard Music Awards. SB19 is the first Filipino idol group and Southeast Asian act to be nominated in Billboard Music Awards for Top Social Artist. As a P-POP fan, it was the proudest moment for me as Filipino that a P-POP idol group has been recognized in a Western Music Award giving body.
P-POP Rise because they are the first group that became successful doing this.
Yung kapatid ko, siya po yung nag-introduce sa akin sa SB19. Nung una, hindi ko naman sila gusto, sa totoo lang. Pero nagustuhan ko sila recently.
I would say unique, grungy, and really focused on the whole pop culture. Seeing their visuals, it is actually pretty addicting if you think about it.
In your own opinion, how popular or influential is SB19 in the Philippines today?
Fairly popular. Kilala yung pangalan nila eh. Marami silang mga fangirl. Medyo naging viral din yung mga videos nila. Nakita ko yung mga music videos nila. Maganda.
Super popular as in kasi hindi lang yung fans nila yung nakakilala sa kanila eh, di ba? Even the casual listeners, alam yung mga kanta nila. And one way or another, nakita na nila sila sa news, nakabasa na ng articles, and although hindi sila fan, aware sila sa existence ng SB19.
Sobrang popular, lalo na sa mga kabataan ngayon. Lalo na stream nila yung mga songs nila, tapos mga music videos nila. May culture representation siya. Doon mismo nakikilala at ang grupong ito, lalo na sa mga Pinoy ngayon.
In the Philippines, SB19 is undeniably popular. Daming nakakakilala sa pangalang SB19. Hindi lamang mga kabataang Pinoy, kundi pati ibang edad na din. Ang nakakatuwa nito, nakatira ako dito sa isang remote area sa aming bayan pero alam ng mga taga rito ang kanta ng SB19. In terms of influence naman, grabe sila ang masasabi kong pinakapasimuno ngayon kung bakit mas dumami pa ang bilang ng P-POP group. Sila yung nag-lead ng way for P-POP industry's undeniable success.
Narinig ko sila sa kapatid ko, tapos nakikita ko sila sa commercials, TV show, music shows. Siguro sa songs din nila kasi maganda yung songs nila and it represents OPM.
Almost all of my friends know about SB19, including me, but I can't say that we're technical local fans of them. So I think it's gonna be a little bit more time for the Filipinos to really appreciate our genre, knowing that we're easily hooked on K-pop or Western music, that these things can overshadow OPM.
I think SB19 is a very popular and very influential group in the Philippines right now because they get that influence a lot from K-pop, and K-pop is a very huge industry, and we all know that Philippines loves K-pop.
Well, for now, to be honest, like, mas popular ang K-pop. Pero since we have our own Filipinos doing like almost the same thing, then it's going to get popular among us.
It's one of the most famous P-pop idol group here in the Philippines.
Very popular yung SB19. Kumbaga, kung may One Direction ang UK, may BTS ang Korea, may SB19 naman ang Pilipinas. Nung nag-boom yung grupo nila, doon din nagsimulang magsilabasan yung mga P-pop groups at napatunayan natin na kaya din naman pala nating makipagsabayan internationally.
They are consistent making mark in the music industry. They have inspired a lot of individuals with their music. Their sphere of influence is getting bigger. The fact that they have countless of endorsements, guesting, and ballooning number of Filipino fans.
They're very influential since they started a few years back, I think, and then recently there are a lot of new boy groups and girl groups. So I think they would be influential, inspiring a lot of people to follow their career path as well.
I think they are fairly influential. The popularity of SB19, from my exposure, has been through social media, especially TikTok.
Nasasabi kong sikat ang isang tao o grupo tulad ng SB19 kapag halos nakikita mo na sila sa mga advertisements, sa social media, sa TV, and even yung mga ordinaryong tao na hindi masyado into this music ng generation na ito, ay kilala sila o narinig ang pangalan nila. Yun yung basis ko for popularity aside sa marami silang fans.
I'm overseas, but I think SB19 is very influential and popular in the Philippines right now because big brands like Pepsi, Lazada, and Dunkin' Donuts ask SB19 to endorse their products, so they believe that SB19 can help them increase their sales. Plus, the amount of people that went to their Wish Bus performance is huge.
SB19 is very popular here in the Philippines. They are the #1 P-pop group right now. They also have a lot of endorsements and they also have a solid fan base.
As someone who is a casual listener of theirs, they are one of, if not the most influential P-pop group that we have today. There has been a lot of attempts to make P-pop mainstream, and I think they are paving the way. As soon as SB19 gained popularity, sunod-sunod na yung mga P-pop groups, and they're all very talented.
SB19 has charted several times on Billboard and has even been nominated on the Billboard Music Awards. They have even performed at the ASEAN Round Festival and the Dubai Expo 2020, opening more opportunities for other P-pop groups. But as a Filipino, what are your thoughts on SB19, a P-pop idol group, being the face of OPM or Filipino music around the world?
I feel it's really amazing to see any Filipino achieve these kinds of achievements that even other foreign groups really haven't. I'm proud of SB19 reaching newer heights, going even further. We as Filipinos shouldn't stop on just initial recognition. We must keep on fighting for ourselves and for them as well.
I'm very, very, very proud of them, and I've seen their achievements because as a K-pop fan, I see a lot of their content on my FYP in TikTok. So ang galing lang, nakaka-inspire talaga sila. What I think of them being the face of OPM, it's a little different from the usual OPM that we know. People might think ginaya lang yung mga K-pop idols. Well, they were trained in Korea, but then they still have that Filipino flavor.
It's a good thing that SB19 is representing OPM and P-pop in general. They're getting with the times, they're stepping in the right direction, and they know their target audience. You know, a lot of people love K-pop, they love choreography, they love singing, they love stage presence, and that's what SB19 has. They're a good representation of OPM, especially with my association with OPM is melodramatic music, indie bands, stuff like that.
If Koreans and Japanese people have K-pop and J-pop, why not for Filipinos? I would be enlightened to listen kasi the charisma, the effects that K-pop has, their fans around the world. What if Pinoys can do it? Like, you know, their charm, yung kapugian nila, anything is possible. I have like high hopes for them.
SB19 being the face of OPM makes my heart flatter because at least there's already a Filipino idol group that can raise the Philippine flag all throughout. And I don't see anything wrong with a P-pop idol group representing OPM on a global space. I believe it could be our breakthrough, same as to K-pop.
I think that having SB19 or P-pop become the face of OPM is an amazing thing, and it's something that we should not be ashamed of. P-pop P-pop is growing substantially nowadays, and a lot of people appreciate that. A lot of people can see the potential of P-pop growing, and having SB19 represent Filipino music is, for me, something to be proud of. Nakita ng mga tao yung mga talents ng mga Filipinos, and not just in singing, kasi Filipinos singing, alam na ng lahat yan, pero dancing, rapping, nai-introduce na rin yun sa ibang bansa.
If SB19 was to be our representative, I would like to see where they would go from here, as I am an avid fan of K-pop in itself in Korea, and if they could match the standards, that would present a great opportunity for the country to be shown its talents through these young generation of talented members here in the Philippines.
There's nothing wrong with having a P-pop idol group representing the genre of OPM, since we can really see how they well represent our country. OPM is good, but they actually took OPM to the next level pa, na hindi lang pala puro ballads or banda yung kayang ipakita ng OPM.
I don't think there's anything wrong about an idol group representing Filipino music because they do infuse Filipino culture into their music. It introduces our culture and our tradition on a global scale and letting others learn about us from enjoying what they listen to.
There is no anything wrong representing OPM by a P-pop idol group. Music is what we feel and what we want to express, disregarding who and where we perform as long as totoo.
Wala akong nakikitang problema kung sila yung maging mukha ng OPM. Ang dami na rin nilang mga achievements. Considering their fandom, sobrang lakas ng 18. Baka yung mga international fans nila mas magiging curious at interested palalo sa musikang Pilipino. Who knows, baka tangkilikin rin nila yung iba pa nating mga artists.
Nakaka-proud talaga na makita yung ganitong klaseng mga artists internationally. Siyempre, doon pa lang masasabi mo nang nakaka-proud maging isang Pilipino talaga.
I feel proud kasi I'm a Filipino and they represent us sa Billboard, sa US, everywhere, hindi lang dito sa Philippines. So there's nothing wrong being proud and being a Filipino of them representing yung genre ng OPM.
It's amazing na mayroong Filipino group like the SB19 na nag-aangat ng OPM sa buong mundo. The group itself being seen on the global stage ay napakalaki ng pride para sa ating bansa. At ang alam mo yun, marinig na sumasabay ang ibang lahi sa himig ng OPM, grabe, ibang level na yun. It is one way na din para magkaroon tayo ng sariling identity o tatak sa dami-dami ng grupo sa mundo, and that is through OPM.
Original Filipino music, or OPM. So I think if the group is Filipino and they compose and produce their songs in the Philippines, that's OPM. I think SB19 represent Filipino culture and tradition with great accuracy in that term, because you can see our traditions and culture.
For me, SB19 is a good representative of OPM in a global scale. They have the talent to back it up. They are very good performers, very good dancers, very good vocalists. Hindi naman sila limited sa isang style ng music. Yung SB19, they're opening doors for other artists to be discovered.
Similar naman din tayo sa Korea. Yung face ng OPM is P-pop, pero yung face ng Korean music naman is K-pop. Pero maraming subgenres sa genre ng OPM. Hindi lang natin masasabi na, OPM is P-pop. Ang punto naman is sila lang yung OPM. Hindi, it's getting Filipino music on an international scale.
As a Filipino, nakaka-proud na nare-represent din tayo ng mga kapwa natin Pilipino, na alam din natin na hindi lang dahil sa huge followers kaya sumikat, kundi dahil na rin sa mga talento at sa mga kanta na nire-release nila. Noong narinig ko na ginamit yung kanta nilang What as opening song sa Round Festival at Dubai Expo 2020, lalo akong namangha at naging proud maging Pinoy. And having a P-pop idol group represent OPM in the international scene is okay. After all, P-pop is still OPM, Filipino music created by a Filipino and sung by a Filipino for everyone who loves and appreciates music.
I'm filing out, yeah. You two turn up the heat and I'll burn out till I die. Wait, napalunok po muna ng laway ko. Go this thing, group yourselves into parts.